Kate Middleton and Prince William joined King Charles and Queen Camilla in commemorating the sacrifices of the greatest generation. Members of the British royal family marked the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II on May 8 at a service of thanksgiving held at Westminster Abbey in London. The event, which took place exactly 80 years after the war was declared over, commemorated the fallen and those who fought and survived the 6-year conflict. Also among the royals in attendance, arriving ahead of Charles, Camilla, William and Kate, were the King's brother Prince Edward, his wife Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, the King's sister Princess Anne, Anne's husband Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester and the Duke of Kent. Taking their steps into Westminster Abbey, the sun shining on William's medals, the Prince and Princess of Wales were greeted by the clergy, led by Rev. Dr. David Hoyle, the Dean of Westminster. The King and Queen were heralded with a royal fanfare as they stepped through the west door of the Abbey moments later. The service began moments after 12 p.m. local time, when the chimes of Big Ben, nearby, sounded. The royal family joined the 1,800-strong congregation in a national 2-minute silence to reflect on and remember the sacrifices and heroism of the armed forces and the stoicism of ordinary people during the war. During the solemn moments, Princess Kate, 43, and Queen Camilla, 77, stood alongside the grave of the unknown warrior, while King Charles, 76, and Prince William, 42, stood at its head, a few paces away. Soon afterward, King Charles, followed by Prince William, laid wreaths at the grave, which is a few yards inside the main west door of the Abbey. Led by the clergy, the four royals then took part in a procession down the aisle of Westminster Abbey. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer gave a reading during the service. Representing young people, Alexander Churchill, a great-great-grandson of Britain's wartime leader Winston Churchill, who lit a candle of peace. He also made a special prayer, alongside members of the armed forces. The address was given by the Archbishop of York, Stephen Cottrell. Also in the attendance were several former prime ministers of the United Kingdom. There were 138 countries represented in the Abbey, the BBC reported. The service ended with a resounding rendition of the national anthem, God Save the King, which Queen Camilla, Prince William and Princess Kate sang. On the way out of the service, the royals, led by King Charles, stopped at the top of the aisle to talk to some of the veterans who had been invited. Less than 100 veterans were able to be at the service, such is the dwindling number of the generation. Princess Kate crouched down to talk animatedly to a woman in a wheelchair, while Prince William and King Charles smiled as they heard stories of those who had served more than 80 years ago. The visit ended with Queen Camilla leading some of the royal family in laying flowers at the Innocent Victims Memorial by the Abbey's west door. The church in the heart of London is the place chosen for national celebrations and remembrances. It was where Prince William and Princess Kate wed 14 years ago and where the funeral of Queen Elizabeth took place in September 2022. It is also the venue for Kate's annual carol service, which has become a fixture in the royal calendar.